Okay. Yeah, hi. Hey, everyone. My name's Elton, and so this is a quick, in 5 minutes, try to convince you to have this loop of trying to keep your apps secure, in a sense, while you're building, developing, and releasing it out. So to convince you, I have this photo, wherein if you go to Wikipedia and if you search for computer security, the first image that pops up is back in the day, desktops, they would put in a lock so that hardware tampering, no one would do it. Still, it's better than nothing. So the reason why I'm having this talk is when you develop apps, especially in Go, you have all of these layers. It's not just that you bundle in an app, you put it in a Docker image, and it's done. So to do this, there is this concept known as shifting left, wherein while we are building, we would look at all the possible cases where the security and or the reliability of the app would be compromised, and then we would proactively fix it instead of reactively, like the image over there. And so to do that, I have these 4 stages of what one usually does when building out an application. And then I would go through each, and then we would figure out, okay, in what possible way the next time you're in this state, you can have these patterns in your head, and we can work together to make these Go apps more secure. So I think a lot of you have seen this, and when most programs look like these, from here you can look at 2 patterns. I think, yeah. So one is for every code that you have. One is you would not build everything from scratch. You would have dependencies, so code that you would import in, and you would have inputs, processing, and outputs. So the first half is how do you figure out to make your dependency management secure. The other half is, well, the code that I do, how do I make it more secure? And of course, TLDR, don't just print the contents of any file that comes in as an input, because it could be like your own password file. Okay, so yeah, first thing about dependency management, the Go team has built this amazing tool known as GopherCon. The interesting thing, which is cool with this, that is different from Dependbot, is certain packages of specific versions have issues, CVEs with them, but you would only import and use certain functions within it. GopherCon figures this out, and it would know that the package you have, and even the Go version that you compile it with, has a certain CVE. It would list it out, and it would tell you how to fix it. So it also keeps in this database, wherein you can go to on the go/vuln website, would list out every incoming CVE, what is its resolution, and it'd be good to check this out as well. So 2 things that is to keep this loop always there in your CI is you can do this for drone, and if you use GitHub Actions, you can just add these lines in, and GopherCon would be enabled in. Another thing, especially for reliability, is so code looks good, and the dependencies you put in look good, but in runtime, for a certain set of input arguments, they all break. So fuzz testing helps. So you can just create one of these and run it with the /fuzz parameter, and this would help it out. Another thing with the runtime is add in the race detector, because at runtime, it would figure out these like unexpected behavior. And this is a really good package that I like. It figures out pattern analysis on your code. That is certain things like, they have all of these, but they have much more. It figures out these patterns in your code and finds out what parts of it is unreliable, which you can also put it into your CI. I think if you have the Go linter, this is already enabled. And yeah, this is one example of it. It tells you which line and how to fix it. Last thing, not very pertaining to Go, but if you deploy with Docker, just keep in mind to ensure that you would limit only to what you need, and especially like the files you put in, CPU, memory, and permissions. And yeah, once you have something deployed, have the observability of these like audit trails of what the user does with your programs. And also, if you have network requests, check in what goes in and what goes out. I think I have one slide left. Thank you.
Thank you, Elton.